have legitimately never looked better. It's hot in here. I'm sweating. I'm gonna put my video like this. Can you guys hear the fan? Okay, while I'm priming my lids, I'm just gonna start this video. You all see what the title is. It's gonna be a get ready with me while I talk about the new Marlena video. Honestly, I wanted to film a get ready with me tonight. It's literally like 8 p.m. at night. I'm not going anywhere. But I wanted to film a video because I need to film one, and so I was going to film it about Jaclyn and her lack of a recall, and then Marlena blessed me with her video. Now, I'm going to start this video off by saying, where the fuck's my color switch? And after I say that, I'm going to start the video off by saying, I've never been a Marlena stan, if you will, or a fan. I've truly never watched her content, but I have bought Makeup Geek eyeshadows, and I actually am going to get ready with me using my Makeup Geek eyeshadows tonight. I put them all in a Z palette here. Ignore the big ones at the bottom. Those are Makeup Forever and Sugar Pill. But I'm going to use all of these Makeup Geek eyeshadows to get ready today because I thought it would be ironic. So I've bought Makeup Geek eyeshadows before, and I actually don't hate them, but I don't even know where the fuck am I going with this. I watched her video and I made notes. And truthfully, Marlena started annoying me a long time ago, but really grinding my gears during this Jaclyn Hill drama. Like, I'm sorry. She can tell me till she's blue in the face that this has nothing to do with the drama between her and Jaclyn. Did you just see a mop try to kill me? Cats. They're everywhere. Girls, could you not murder me in a video? Thank you. Where the fuck was I? Yeah, her inserting herself in this Jaclyn drama, I was a little irritated by it. And honestly, more than anything, I was actually irritated by the way she was fucking shading Christina from Temptalia. I don't know if many people follow this, and she briefly touched on it in her video, but this is what I was gonna film a video about originally, and then it just kind of blew over, and I was like, okay, whatever. It's been too long, I can't touch on it, but the bitch opened the floodgates, so I came running out. So Temptalia, when all this bitch shit was going down with Jaclyn Hill, everyone was freaking out and being like, lipsticks are falling apart, the sky is falling, and Temptalia was like, okay, like, listen, I get that the fucking air holes look gross, and I get that the fibers are gross, but Temptalia has literally reviewed 700 bajillion eyeshadows and lipsticks and everything. So she was like, she just made a blog post that like outlined, why am I still holding my color switch? That outlined what was normal and what she had experienced before. Like, she wasn't trying to make up excuses for Jaclyn. She was just saying, this is stuff that I've experienced before. Like, it happens, you know what I mean? Like, obviously to the scale of Jaclyn's we didn't know at the time, but like, it happens. And in the blog post, there was a picture of Makeup Geek lipsticks that had fibers on the top. And Marlena and Kevin James Bennett, who, like, I know everyone is like up on his dick because he hates influencers, but like, something about someone who is so outwardly against influencers so fucking much rubs me the wrong way, especially when you're a makeup artist and you're just mad that they're stealing your job. And that's the Fanta on that. This Fanta is for you, Amanda. So he already rubs me the wrong way, and he basically tweeted out being like, Christine's timing is suspect. Like, okay, first of all, everyone posting a video about Jaclyn Hill or a blog post about Jaclyn Hill is fucking suspect right now. We are trying to get those views. We ain't stupid. YouTube algorithm hates everybody. We try to get those views. You think I uploaded my Jaclyn Hill video just for shits and giggles? No, I said, I need to film this shit. People are gonna watch it. Hook me up with some views because otherwise no one will ever find my channel because I'm small. So her timing was suspect, and clearly she had it out for Makeup Geek. Okay, like, here's the thing. Temptalia literally has one of the most trusted blogs on the internet. She doesn't need to have it out for fucking anybody. She is just living her life, doing her own shit. And the fact that Marlena, another brand owner who needs to get the fuck off Twitter and have someone else run the public persona, because they just end up making their own brand look ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry, the truth, she hurts. I mixed together Latte and Barcelona Beach for this eyeshadow, this crease color, and I'm not hating it. I'm gonna go into Makeup Geek's Bitten. Remember when Bitten was a thing? Actually, I'm gonna take a little bit of Cocoa Bear too, OG shades. But where was I? This is why I can't describe what I'm doing, because then I forget what the fuck I was talking about. Yeah, Marlena needs to get off Twitter and stop trying to be the voice of her brand, because the post she put out was so fucking passive aggressive, and she apologized for it in her video, but like, she still, it was a Jaclyn Hill apology. It was like, I'm really sorry for how harsh my statement was, but I stand by what I said, and like, also Christine's timing was suspect. Like, no, that, sweetheart, isn't an apology, and her timing isn't suspect. People are asking her viewers are asking her what the fuck is normal when it comes to eyeshadows, and she's answering their questions. It's truly shocking how influencer marketing works. So that right there pissed me off. Like, I get that you're salty that you had shitty lipsticks come out and Temptalia called you your ass out on it, but for them to hurt it, she was like, why didn't you bring it up to me at the time? Temptalia was like, here's the blog post from like 2016 when I fucking posted it, and she was like, I don't have, how am I supposed to see every blog post? Okay, first of all, if as a brand owner or a brand, you don't have someone doing your media monitoring for you, who is looking at what influencers are posting about you, looking at what is new and posted about you on social media, then you're not doing your job properly, straight up. Oh, I guess I should preface this by saying that I have a bachelor's degree, I have a double major honors bachelor's degree in communications and multimedia and a postgraduate degree in public relations, and I spent 3.5 years working in influencer marketing. So I have some perspective on this. So, like, that's, sorry, that's, and also, like, it's not Temptalia's fault to, like, personally email you and tell you your brand sucks. Like, she put up the review for her viewers, and then she done with it. So I just thought that pissed me off, but then I let it slide, and, like, I let the stuff about Jaclyn Cosmetics slide, too, because I was like, okay, like, let's be real. I don't care how many times she tells me she doesn't have a vendetta against Jaclyn. That bitch lost her millions of dollars. She don't like her. Okay, you can show me all the receipts that, like, aren't even really receipts, because all of her receipts about her helping Jaclyn with her brand were from before Jaclyn pulled out of the collab. So, like, I don't even know why she was showing me those, unless she was just trying to confuse me with the time frames, because I'm not stupid. So that bugged me also, but you can show all the receipts you want. If someone does you dirty like that, you might not be vindictive and go your way to hurt them, but you're not crying when they fuck up. Let's be real. So say what you want. I don't buy it. I'm going to take this color, Homecoming, on the lid. I feel like I've never used this color. Oh, she's a little bit, I don't know if I wanted that color. Well, it's there now. So that's that on that. So her receipts were shitty, straight up. And like, her doing all of this was bugging me, but I was like, okay, I'll let it slide, because I do agree that public safety is like at risk right now. So like, I truthfully believe that, I don't even think that Makeup Geek was doing it to harm Jaclyn. I think that she was doing it, there's a cat there if you can't see. I think that she saw her in to use her like position as a brand, someone who's worked in the back end of a brand, to kind of bring Makeup Geek back to the forefront, because she basically said in her video, Makeup Geek had a shitty 2 years. Makeup Geek has been failing for a long time. Like, sorry, the truth, she hurts. I'm putting Shimma Shimma on top because I don't like that color. Ooh, that's intense. So that's a fact. So yeah, Makeup Geek has been failing. So I personally think she stepped in, not because she hates Jaclyn. Well, I mean, she probably does, but because she saw an opportunity to get her brand name out there and get Makeup Geek some fucking exposure again, because she's been a sinking ship for a long time. And let's go back for a second to the original, my experience with the beauty industry. Like, is this look? Is this even a look, this look? I don't know how I feel about it. We'll add some more Bitten. More Bitten was always my answer back in the day. So, you know, actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move my Fanta for a second, and I'm going to add a little bit of Colourpop on top because, you know, you just need some glitter sometimes. This is Paisley. So, back to her original video. My fingers are wet now from the Fanta. Fuck my life. Back to her original video about her truth or whatever the fuck it was. She can claim in this video that she has no ill will towards influencers and that she wasn't trying to blame them for the failure of Makeup Geek, except that she was. And here's the thing. She can be mad at all the influencers that came for her after that, but in that video, she shit on influencers. She forgot where she came from and she shit on influencers. And the issue with that is that a lot of what happens right now in the beauty community is people, I was just gonna put on my makeup, my Milk Hydro Grip Primer, but I was like, for what? I'm literally not going anywhere. I'm put my Becca Backlight Priming Filter. People in the beauty community always get a bad rap. There's like this thing going around, like, you know, it's a toxic environment, which is what she said in the end of her video, which also pissed me off because here's the thing. It is not a toxic environment. Influencers are not toxic. There are a handful of influencers that are at the top of the fucking food chain and they are toxic. James is toxic. Jacqueline is toxic. Jeffree Star is toxic. That is just, those are the toxic people. I mean, Toddy might be toxic now too because she really tried to drag James over. I don't know, apparently nothing she had proof for. Just saying. Vitamins. So, I mean, there are a handful of toxic people at the top of the pyramid and everyone's like, the beauty community is so toxic, but everyone else who's a smaller influencer like Raw Beauty Chrissy, Samantha Ravendall, Haley Barber, that Taylor are all over here like, hi, we're not toxic. We're just over here putting on makeup in our houses, talking to our subscribers, not being involved in drama, but because we're not involved in drama, you don't see us. And I think the issue with Marlena's video was that she was out there shit-talking the influencers who had done her wrong, but she was grouping them all in with everybody else. She was grouping all the toxic ones in with everybody else, and that wasn't fair to everybody else. Because those other people didn't do it. And then she threw out that fucking number. Okay, first of all, she can say that she wasn't trying to blame Makeup Geek's downfall on influencers charging $60K, but she was. Literally in the video, she said Makeup Geek isn't doing well because I can't spend $60K for a post. And she threw out that number. And in her video today, she was like, oh, I threw out that number and I didn't name names because I didn't want to single anybody out because cancel culture is so toxic. And like, I will give her that cancel culture is toxic. But when you throw out a number like that, I look so splotchy right now. When you throw out a number like that and you don't follow up with who it is, that number is now attached to the beauty community as a whole. People are yelling at smaller influencers. Anyone that's like semi-large, they're like, oh, you're charging $60K for a video? That's disgusting. And now in today's video, she said it was James Charles. But like, the damage is done. And the reason that James Charles and people like Nicole Concilio came out against you after the fact is because, why am I looking, like, did I get tanned? This foundation looks so light on me. The reason those people are coming out at you right now is not because, you know, they hate you or they think you shouldn't get a Netflix special. It's because you, like in Nicole Concilio's tweet that she showed, like, first of all, calling someone that woman, I truly don't think that's offensive. Like, you know when people get offended over shit and you're like, is that offensive though? Like, he called you that woman and so did she. I'm like, okay, she could have called you by her name, but like, she didn't call you that cunt or that bitch, so like, I call it a win. But that's neither here nor there. It really doesn't fucking matter. I'm trying to use up this this Colourpop concealer, which it looks like I left open. Flawless. So the thing with Nicole Concilio's tweet that she showed, it's because those again, her timeline just, this is dried out now. I left it open. Well, she's at an empty. Put it in the empties video. The problem with Nicole, I am just all over the fucking place. The reason Nicole Concilio said that woman has ulterior motives is because in her video, she showed she had ulterior motives. She was trying to tear down influencers, blame them for the downfall of her company, and she put that number out there without fucking thinking about a single influencer it would impact. Like, sure, it'll impact the large ones like Jacqueline and James Charles, but it'll impact everybody else too. And now everyone's getting accused of making 60K a video for a sponsorship. So I don't really think that, I think that James Charles was a little fucking baby in it. Like, pick me instead, Netflix. Like, bruh, chill. But I'm not sure if Marlena should be doing something on influencers either, because she really showed in that video that she doesn't appreciate influencers. I don't care if she came from that realm. She came from that realm in a very different time. Things have changed. Sponsored posts are way different now, way more accepted now. Oh, and the fact that she said in her video, she basically implied, I'm not sure if she flat out said it, but I got the implication that people are more open now about their sponsorships since my video. Bitch, do you think that you made the influencers around the world just say, Marlena Stell was right, I should be more open about my sponsorships, I'm gonna start talking about them? Because I think what happened was Drama Channel started calling people out on sponsorships. Here for the Tea actually did a video about Nicole Concilio doing poor reviews, or like good reviews for Kylie Cosmetics, even though the product sucked. And Nicole Concilio has actually changed her review style since that. So like, please don't think that it's you that is making change in the fucking beauty community. That whole video just felt like, I'm so great and here is why. Here is my 1.5 hour biopic on why I'm great, and my thesis is I'm fucking great and I pioneered influencing. Like, it was just so, first of all, half the shit she talked about didn't need to be fucking talked about. Like those Jaclyn Hill receipts made no fucking point to me. The James Charles thing made no fucking point. I don't even know who the fancy face is, so I didn't even know what that was about. But, it just like all felt like she was just going over stuff that had already been talked about, that she just didn't need to talk about. And it just felt like she was like, in the beginning when she was talking about all the influencers that she discovered when they were little, like she is the Mother Teresa of influencing, and she took all these little baby chicks in when they were just little baby chicks and grew them into mega stars, and now they don't respect her and hawk her makeup anymore. It just kind of felt very holier than thou, very like, I'm the greatest and everyone's doing me wrong, and like, I just didn't like it. Oh, that was really intense. This brow gel gets intense real quick. It just felt like the whole video was about how great she was, how she discovered influencers when they were smaller, and how she's been done so wrong, and like, sometimes you're done wrong because you deserve it. That video she put about influencers, it painted them in such a terrible light. And let's talk for a second with the 60K number, because in her video today, she did say that 60K number was James Charles. Well, she said, hit dogs holler louder or something. I don't fucking know. It's like, sounds like a fucking Dr. Phil reference to me. He loves animal references. Amanda, that's for you. So she says that, and that's, I mean, I could care less. But let's talk about that. I've worked in influencer marketing for a long time. For about 3.5 years, I did mostly Instagram influencers, because I did YouTube once, but YouTube takes more money. Okay, let's step back a second. Let's step back to James Charles. Let me just preface it by saying I have influencer marketing experience that I will bring in here in a second. So let's say James Charles is charging $60,000 for a post. Now, when you hear that number as a regular person, you're like, wow, that is more than my yearly salary. Go fuck yourself and die. But I mean, it's the correct response, and that's why Marlena never should have put that number out there. That's why it was so fucking irresponsible for her to put that number out there, because it painted all influencers in a shitty light. And as someone who came from being an influencer, she should have known better, but she did not. I'm getting my eyebrows done this weekend, so please just like, don't look at them. Once my whole face is on, it'll look better. So James Charles has 10 million subscribers. Actually, sorry, James Charles has 15 million subscribers. It actually might have been more. I don't know how he came out of the drama. I think he actually ended up gaining most of his subscribers back. So like, I mean, I guess good for him. I don't fucking know. I don't really know where I fall in the Tati James drama, but I know that I can't side with Tati because Tati sides with Jeffree Star, so clearly she's trash. So James has 15 million subscribers, and yes, $60,000 sounds like fuck you money, but 15 million subscribers. I looked, and before Dramageddon 2.0 that just happened, he was getting between $8 to 12 million. Like, why am I putting eyelash primer on for this video where I'm going nowhere? His videos get between 8 and 12 million views. So let's go with 10 million as an average view for James Charles. So let's say you spend $60,000 for James Charles to mention your product in a video. So you think, wow, that's fucking expensive. But if you break that down, that's I actually told my friend that it was 6 cents, but it's 0.06 cents per impression, which means per people seeing the product in your video. That is ridiculously cheap. I can tell you that right now. You could spend, like, hold on, I can't put mascara on and talk at the same time. It's fucking an extreme sport. Okay, mascara's on, I can breathe again. Okay, so let's say your marketing budget is $60,000, and so you could buy one James Charles video where you are guaranteed to get probably 10 million views, which is a pretty high view count. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's high. Or you could pay 100 influencers $600. Is that right? 600 times 100, yeah, is that right? My camera literally just stopped recording. What the fuck? So you could spend $60,000 of your marketing budget on James Charles. Or you could do 100 smaller influencers for $600. But do those 100 smaller influencers equal up to 15 million subscribers when you put them together? And will they get you 10 million views? I don't know, that's up to you to decide. But the way I look at it is this. James Charles has every right to charge whatever the fuck he wants for his content, because that's his job. As influencers, first of all, I recommend that you go watch Samantha Ravindal. She posted a video about this after this Marlena drama happened, talking about influencer marketing and why everyone needs to fucking chill about the $60,000 number, because not everyone is making that number. And also she talked about, you know, what goes into making, you know, what goes into influencer marketing. And she talked about, I have a cat hair. I'm Robbie DeChristie on my face. And she talked about, you know, what you don't realize when you hear that $60,000 number is that a commercial for 30 seconds on TV costs more than that. That's one commercial that's going to air for 30 seconds on a show, and you have to think, and you have to hire the models, you have to hire the camera crew, you have to rent the facility to film the commercial, you have to get hair and makeup there, you have to pay someone to post-produce it, you have to pay someone to edit it, you have to pay the radio station or the TV station to air it, and then will 10 million people see it? Maybe. And there is a trust factor with influencers that just, frankly, isn't there with traditional media. That is why influencer marketing became a thing, because people do not trust traditional media. If a commercial tells me I need something, I'm not gonna buy it. If Robbie DeChristie tells me I need something, I'm buying it immediately. That's just the way it is. That's why influencer marketing has been so successful, because these people invite us into their lives, we trust them, we believe their reviews, and so they can sell us shit. That's what they do. They influence us to make purchases. It sounds shady and gross, but that's what it is. I'm sorry that we're all such sheep. I want to, it's fine. So yes, the $60,000 market price sounds disgusting, but when you think about it, it's honestly, when I look at his numbers, that's not that high of a price for him. That's a decent price for what reach you're going to get. And also, like, Marlena can say she wasn't blaming her downfall of her business on influencers, but she fucking was. She literally said that she can't spend that. Did I say that already? I think I said that already. But no one was like, here's the thing. You can say that all you want, but no one was forcing you to go with large influencers, Marlena. Smaller influencers would die to get a package from Makeup Geek. If Makeup Geek reached out to me, I don't even, like, use their products that much, but I would be like, oh my god, that's so cool. Yeah, I'll totally include you guys in a video, because I love you. Like, it's not hard. And here's the other thing. The way to get influencers to talk about you, sure, sometimes you have to pay them. But also sometimes if you put out a product that people actually want to see, they want to hear about, then people request that influencer does a review on it. That's what Anastasia does. And everyone reviews her fucking palettes. It's not because she's paying people, it's because people want to see those reviews, so those influencers do those reviews, because they're not gonna waste their time on something that's not gonna get views. And I hate to break it to you, but Makeup Geek, has not been good. And I don't think it's fair for her to blame anyone but herself. And like, yeah, sure, she had some shitty launches and she went over it in that video, but like, I don't care. And I'm sure I'm gonna get eaten alive for this video because I was looking at the response on Twitter and even on her comments, and everyone was like, oh my god, Marlena, you're such an angel. You are like a beacon of hope for the fucking influencer community. And I was just like, no, let's stop painting the influencer community as toxic and accept that there are a select few of toxic influencers, but they do not represent the community as a whole. There are so many influencers that I watch that are not toxic. Just straight up point. I will say, after using these Makeup Geek eyeshadows right now, I remember why I liked them so much. They were great. And it does suck that nobody talks about them anymore, but I think they're expensive now, and you know, Makeup Geek just hasn't been putting out new products. Just straight up, they haven't been putting out new products, and that's what people want to see. That's where the makeup community is right now. They want new shit, they want cool shit, they want shit they haven't seen before. And that's just the way it is. I have mascara here. Oh, it came right off. That's just the way it is. I have my eyeliner on, I'll be right back. I think her video was very, like, woe is me. I've been attacked online, and I truly think that if she would have just left well enough alone, it would have all blown over. But that video just, I don't know, rubbed me the wrong way. It truly feels like she's trying to pass the buck on why Makeup Geek has been doing poorly. And on top of that, she's, you know, now she's burned all these bridges with influencers because she basically said they're all money hungry hoes who won't help her anymore, and now she's gonna want people to help her with her next launch, and no one's gonna be there because nobody's gonna want to help her anymore because now she has burnt that bridge and shit on where she came from. I don't care what she said in her video. Her original video still stands. It's still up, and that's how people took it. Oh my god, I'm out. Don't set it free! Life is literally so hard. This makeup feels really extra. I think I need to put more blush on to even it out. It's, you know, super summery look, I thought. So this is my finished Makeup Geek inspired look. And that is what I thought about Tempelia's video, or sorry, Makeup Geek's video, Marlena's video. Let me know down below what you think. Am I being dramatic? That's what I said in my last video when everyone said, no bitch, you're right. I just think that she's trying to use this to get her brand kind of back in the spotlight. She's trying to use this to kind of, like, this video did not need to be an hour and a half long. Felt like the first half of it didn't need to be made. The only part that really felt like it needed to be made was the part where she explained where the fuck Makeup Geek has been and why there's been no product launches for the past year. Like, that part made sense to me, but I just felt like the rest of it was just pointless. She was just, like, talking about how, like, there was really no, like, closing statement for what should be, you know, what the future holds. She was just like, I hate this toxic environment and I'm leaving it. And influencers are the fucking worst. But I just think she's painting the community with such a broad stroke, and that's not fair to the influencers that aren't like that. I don't watch any of those toxic influencers. I am subscribed to James Charles, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I won't say I'm sorry for it. But I don't watch his videos all that often. I watched Jacqueline, but like now I'm over her. Really, I watch smaller influencers. I watch influencers that aren't so awful. And again, I don't think that it's that absurd for someone to ask for 60K for a video. I'm sorry. If you have spent the time to cultivate an audience that wants to see what you recommend, if you have spent the time to build that audience and get them to trust you, then you have the right to fucking charge whatever you want. Because a lot of influencers will be like, oh, I mean, I think James probably does like undisclosed sponsorships, I feel like I've seen, but maybe he doesn't, maybe I'm wrong. But if I'm an influencer and I'm gonna do sponsorships, I can't do a lot of sponsorships because people don't like that. So that means that I have to charge more for sponsorships and be more selective because I can't do a lot. And so if I can't do a sponsorship every week to pay my fucking bills, I have to charge more to do one once a month. It just makes sense in the long run when you think about it. And like I said, these influencers have spent the time to cultivate that trust and that audience, and that means everything to them, and that is their platform, and that is way more valuable to a brand than a fucking commercial or an advertising campaign. It just is plain and simple. So I hope that was helpful or like eye-opening or something to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know down below what you think about the Marlena situation. Do you think she got involved because it was Jacqueline, because she saw her in to kind of build her brand back up in a positive light? Do you think that she came out of this looking okay? Because like I see like the comments on Twitter and Facebook, and I think because everyone's so in the like hate Jacqueline Hill mentality right now that they're happy that anyone is saying anything bad about her. But from my perspective, I don't think she came out looking like roses. I thought this video felt like very forced. It felt like very me. This is why I'm great. This is why I've taken the shit. This is why my life is awful. This is why I don't deserve this. Whereas like it was like a my truth video gone bad to me personally. Let me know down below what you think. Let me know if I'm crazy. It's fine. Subscribe to my channel. I upload every Tuesday and Thursday. And apparently I rant about shit now. Who knew? Do you like my look? It feels like a lot, but we're going with it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!